I look for Doherty to get it here.
And Doherty doesn't even contest it as Farrell gets the ball, he gets the jump ball right away, and Sanders for Kokomo will start the offense guarded by Jake Knott. As he drives to the right side of the court, he looks for somebody to get it down low. Nothing happening down there. Very quick movement on the outside, though, by Joey Bennett for the Kokomo Wildcats. He kicks it over to top of the key for Herman Fowler. Fowler kicks it over the sideline for Joe Sanders, who gets it down low. Shot up, no good, but rebound by Herman Fowler, who will put it back up and score. So your score is 2-0 early on. The Broncos trailing as Knott pushes it up the court in a hurry to Sexton. Sexton kicks it over to Knott, back over to Honegger, back to Knott. He's going to go to the top of the key and reset the offense for the Broncos. He gets it over to Sexton on the side. Skip pass over to the other side of the court to Pointer, who does it right back to Knott. Knott looking to get down low, kicks it back to Honegger. Honegger over to Sexton for a three-pointer in the corner. No good. Rebound by Fowler for Kokomo. And he'll get it over to Sanders, who will bring the ball up the floor for the Wildcats.
Fowler pretty much dominating under the boards right now. He's working very hard.
Fowler is the 210-pounder, so he looks like he could be kind of a Charles Barkley, short but stocky and good rebounder. As the shot is put up by Farrell and missed, rebound by Doherty, who will kick it over to Knott, who will push it up the floor for the Broncos. And he kicks it over to Pointer on the baseline, looking to get it down low. Instead, kicks it over to Honegger at the top of the key. Honegger looking to get it down low. Instead, kicks it over to Knott. Knott will reset the offense for the Broncos as he goes to the top of the key and calls out the plays coming from the sideline from Coach Jim Hamill. Gets it over to Sexton, who kicks it over to Pointer. Pointer back to Sexton. Kind of just passing the ball on, not much movement down low. Tries for the alley-oop, but it's intercepted by Eric Farrell as he gets it to Joey Sanders, who gets stopped and kicks the ball over to Joey Bennett for the Wildcats as he brings it up the floor, guarded by Jake Knott. Sanders gets the ball back in his possession as he will set up the offense for the Wildcats. A skip pass down low to Cummings, who kicks it out to Farrell, who shoots and misses. Rebound by Pointer. Pointer kicks to Knott, who pushes it up the floor for the Broncos. He kicks it over to Sexton. Sexton back to Honegger. Honegger pump fakes once, tries to get down low to Doherty. Instead, passes up the opportunity. Gets to Knott, who takes the ball to midcourt and resets up the offense for the Broncos again. Knott over to Honegger. Honegger skip passes it over to Sexton, who gets it on the sideline, guarded very closely by Herman Fowler.
Kokomo is in a 1-3-1 zone. Kind of, Broncos aren't really used to, I don't think, kind of skipping it back and forth.
Sexton pump fakes the three, drives a little bit, kicks it over to Knott. Knott gets it down low to Doherty. Doherty looking to pass it out, kicks it out to Sexton. Pump fakes the three, drives a little bit, behind the back pass, kicks it out to Knott, who shoots the three, and it's no good. Rebound by number 50, Eric Farrell, kicks it over to 31, Joey Bennett, who pushes it up the floor in a hurry for the Wildcats as he gets it down low to 34, and Luke Cummings pump fakes once, goes up with it, and scores. 4-0. Kokomo over Jeff early on in the game as Knott pushes it up the floor for a hurry, and he gets the ball back over on the baseline, looking to get it down low, but there's absolutely nothing going on down there as Pointer will turn around and shoot, and he is blocked by Eric Farrell. So Farrell showing he will contest the shot early as Kokomo pushes it up the floor for a hurry, and it's deflected off of Honegger and out of bounds. And the ball underneath their own basket. It will be Bennett inbounding the ball. Stops to Sanders at the top of the key, over to Fowler. Fowler gets it back to Sanders, but it hits the referee, and Honegger picks it up, brings up the floor, bounce pass to Pointer, and Pointer with a little slamma-jamma. Monster crowd jumping up and excited as the Broncos are on the board with the dunk from Pointer. 4-2, Kokomo still on top. And the Broncos defense got a little lackadaisical there as they had a press in the backcourt, but they got the pass up to Fowler, who got the 2 points. 6-2 Kokomo early on in the game. Knott will set up the offense, kicks it over to Honegger, who will pop the three, and it's good. So the Broncos starting to get a little excited. It's 6-5 Kokomo over the Broncos with 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. Sanders will bring the ball up the floor for Kokomo, guarded closely by Knott all the way up the court as he gets trapped up at baseline. And they kick it over to 31. Joey Bennett looking to get it down low. Nothing happened. Guarded by Pointer. He'll get it down to 50. Eric Farrell has to bring it up to the top of the key. Who gets it right back, and he'll pop the three. Nice shot there. Joey Bennett showing no fear as Pointer contested the three and just barely missed it. So it is 9-5 with just over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Jake Knott will reset up the offense, calling out the plays from the top of the key for the Broncos.
Kokomo's now moved into a 2-3 zone. They like to stick with that zone defense. We saw a little bit of it once again in the JV game. They seem to be sticking with it in the varsity game.
The Broncos with very good ball movement as Honegger attempts another three, but it's blocked. And Pointer gets the block and gets it to Sexton. The Sexton looking to get rid of it. Gets it down low to Knott with a quick touch pass to Matt Pointer, who went up for it but was slapped on the wrist by number 34, Luke Cummings. But guys, who can both throw the ball down really hard, and the Pointer with the second free throw up, and it's good. So the Broncos trail 9-6 with 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Bennett will inbounds the ball for Kokomo, looking to get it in low, and he overthrows Farrell, and Doherty picks it up, and he drives to the basket, misses his layup, but gets his own rebound and he kicks it out to Sexton to set up the offense as he kicks it over to Jake Knott, who calls out the plays for the Broncos as he gets him in from Coach Hamill on the sideline. He gets it over to Honegger on the sideline, kicks it back to Sexton on top key, back to Honegger. Honegger dribbles with it, kicks it back over to Sexton, who thought about the three but didn't take it, looking to get it down low, but nothing happening down there with three men from Kokomo trapping or zoning the Broncos down low, the two big men guarding the 3-on-2.
Once again, they're in that 2-3 zone. Broncos kind of getting stunned. They're getting nothing underneath. They're not really used to that. Honegger tries back out to Sexton for three.
Sexton will pop the three, and it just rims in and out, but Pointer gets the rebound and puts it right back up. 9-8 Broncos just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pointer had a very good blockout right there. As the Kokomo is driving, and Dusty, you have it on program. Please turn off the music.
Broncos get the ball back up to Knott, who dribbles down the court.
Knott brings the ball up the floor for the Broncos, kicks it over to Honegger. Honegger pump fakes three, gets it down low to Pointer, but there's just too many people down there. Kicks it out to Sexton at the top of the key. 2:30 to go. Broncos trailing 11-8 here early on in the first quarter. Jake Knott calls out the plays from the sideline from Hamill to the other Broncos. As Doherty tries to force it down low to Pointer, nothing happened, and there is a steal.
Joey Bennett with the steal on that play brings it up the court himself.
And number 34, Luke Cummings, dishes it out to Fowler, who will shoot the three and rims in and out. And Pointer looked like he tipped it in. Pointer going for the defensive rebound, tipped it in maybe with his thumb. 13-8, just over 2 minutes to go here. And Honegger pump fakes the 3 once, kicks it over to Sexton. Sexton not quite sure what to do with it, drives to the basket a little bit and kicks it out to Knott. Knott will reset the offense for the Broncos. Over to Sexton, he'll pump fake the 3 and get 3 people driving in the air. As he drives and dishes to Doherty, Doherty will kick it out to the top of the key to Knott, but it is stolen by 31. Bennett with the steal and goes coast to coast for the layup. Honegger kicks it in to Knott, who pushes it up the floor in a hurry for the Broncos. Over to Sexton on the sideline. Broncos trail 15-8. Pointer will turn around and shoot, and is blocked again by Eric Farrell, but they look like they got the shot. Those guys, it's Pointer's first free throw. Bounces around a few times and gets the generous roll, so the Broncos trail from more variety of players. His second free throw is good, nothing but net. 15-10, 1:35 to go in the first quarter as Kokomo trying to inbounds the ball. Scotty Hamill playing good full court defense as he tips the ball away from Joe Sanders, and it goes out of a bit of inbounding the ball. And the baseball pass down to Fowler. Once again, the Kokomo Wildcats seem to get Fowler with the easy layup as it's 17-10. Hamill pushes the ball off the floor in a hurry for the Broncos. Kicks it over to Honegger. Honegger looking to get down low, kicks it back over to Scotty Hamill. Hamill resetting the offense over to Sexton at the top of the key. Sexton pump fakes once and drives. Dishes over to Honegger. Honegger back to Sexton. Sexton pump fakes the 3, drives again, puts it up good. So Sexton with the nice floater there going into the lane. 17-12 with just over a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Sexton seems to be taking that leadership role again, ducking in, trying to create something in that 2-3 zone. Kokomo setting up.
Joe Sanders bring the ball up the floor, guarded very, very tightly by Scotty Hamill, who has shown that he can play very good defense at the varsity level. Sanders resets the offense for the Wildcats at the top of the key, looking to get it down low, but Hamill with tenacious defense. Kicks it over to Joey Thatcher, who gets it back to Joey Bennett at the top of the key, who will reset the offense, still guarded by Scotty Hamill. Back over to Joe Sanders at the top of the key, this time guarded by Honegger. Looks like he's going to drive, picked up his dribble, and has nowhere to go with it until he gets it back to Joey Bennett at the top of the key, who gets it down low to Sanders. Pump fake once. Dishes down low to Joey Thatcher, who just couldn't quite hold on to the pass.
Kind of sneaked in there and knocked it off his knee. Broncos get the ball. Nice play, Scotty.
Just over 20 seconds to go. Sexton has the ball as he kicks it to Scotty Hamill, setting up the offense with just under 20 seconds now to go here in the first quarter. Broncos trailing 17-12. Scotty Hamill looks like he's wasting a little bit of the time for the Broncos as he now starts calling out the plays. Kicks it over to Honegger on the sideline. Honegger
8 seconds left.
The Pointer. Sexton pump fakes once, drives with 5 seconds left. Somebody needs to shoot pretty soon. I don't think he knows what time it is. As Pointer doesn't get off the shot, as Kokomo plays good defense there to end out the last 20 seconds. Lafayette, Jeff Broncos 12.
I think the Broncos side there, they're just getting double teamed on there. Eaton and Pointer both are by those 3 Kokomo defenders.
And the Broncos get the ball to start off the second quarter as Scotty Hamill pump fakes the 3 and gets it down low to Todd Eaton, who dribbles it out. Back to Hamill, over to Sexton at the top of the key. Sexton looking to do something with it, kicks it back over to Hamill. Hamill gets it right back to Sexton, as Sexton might be kind of running the point now as he drives to the basket. Kicks it out to Hamill, pump fakes the 3 once, kicks it back over to Sexton. Sexton kind of calling out the plays for the offense. They've reversed roles again as Hamill calls out the plays, kicks it over to Honegger. Honegger to Sexton at the top of the key, over to Hamill. Hamill gets it down low to Todd Eaton, who gets it back to Hamill. Sexton. Sexton will pop the 3 from the top of the key, but it's no good. Pointer with a good offensive rebound, kicks it out to Honegger to reset the offense for the Broncos. Sexton has the ball at the top of the key, over to Honegger, pump fakes the 3 once. Dribbles, kind of kicks out to Sexton. Sexton pump fakes, and he'll drive. He'll post up and shoot. misses the ball. Rebound Kokomo, number 31, Joey Bennett, who will bring the ball to the floor for the Wildcats. Bad pass over to 41, Joey Thatcher, who takes it off the run, dribbles it in, drives, shoots and scores, 19-12. Broncos trailing with just under 7 minutes to go here in the first half.
Hamill pushes the ball up the court, gets it over to Honiger at the top of the key, looking for someone to pass to. Gets it back to Hamill, underneath to Todd Eaton.
Eaton kicks it out to Sexton, who kicks it over to Honiger, who shoots a three. Might have gotten fouled, but misses, and it will be Kokomo rebound as 31. Joey Bennett gets another rebound for the Wildcats. Kicks it out to Fowler on the baseline, guarded by Honiger, who kicks it back over to 34. Joey Bennett, 31. Joey Bennett kicks it over to Sanders, running the offense for the Wildcats. He sets it up, gets it over to Thatcher. Thatcher kicks it down low to Fowler, who turns around, shoots, and gets a generous roll and scores. So it's 21-12. Kokomo off to a quick start here in the first. Here in the second quarter, as the Lafayette Jeff Broncos are forced to call another timeout. And just like shoot the ball with somebody in their face for fear of the... time management than they had at the end of the first quarter, where they didn't get off the shot after having the ball for the last 20 seconds. Sexton sets up the offense for the Broncos, looking to get it somewhere, kicks it over, not over to Honiger. Honiger dribbling around with the ball, back over to Sexton, who pump fakes the three and drives, and will go up with the shot, and it's good. Sexton kind of creating his own shots tonight as he gives the Broncos a 6-point. They're trailing Kokomo by 6, 26-20 with 30 seconds to go in the first half.
That's Sexton's patented shot. He loves to drive it, kind of lean and make the shot fall. That's his ability to make something happen.
And Sanders will start the offense for the Wildcats with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And Fowler kicks it back over to Sanders. Sanders guarded by 2 men, back to Fowler at the top of the key. Fowler dribbles a few times, and they got Honiger with the reach-in with 11 seconds to go. The ball from the baseline as Sanders gets it into Fowler. Fowler back to Sanders. Sanders over to Taplinger. Taplinger over to Fowler. Fowler will pop the three, and it's just long. And Scotty Hamill gets the strip, and he'll put up the shot, and it banks off the backboard. No good as he shot it as he was falling down. And your halftime score is the Lafayette Jeff Broncos trailing Kokomo Wildcats 26-20. Broncos kind of struggling on offense early on.
Definitely. Not being able to kick it all. They're kicking it back.
Starting off with their starting 5 as Kokomo will get the ball first. And Bennett will inbound the ball for the Wildcats. Looking to get it into Sanders, and finally does. Guarded closely by Jake Knott. Sanders will kick it out to 31. Joey Bennett back to Sanders. Sanders guarded very closely by Knott. Sanders gets it over to Bennett at the baseline. Gets it down low to Farrell. Farrell back to Bennett. Bennett over to Sanders. Sanders drives, kicks it out to Bennett. Bennett will shoot the three, and it's good. So Kokomo starting off with a 3-pointer, now beating the Jeff Broncos 29-20. Pointer has the ball out that top, He kicks it back over to Jake Knott, which takes Jake, setting up the offense on the top of the key. Gets it back to Matt Pointer over on the right wing. Back to Sexton, and Knott will set up the offense for the Broncos at the top of the key. Back to Sexton over on the sideline. Pump fakes the skip pass and kicks it over to Knott, back over to Honiger on the other side. Honiger gets it down low to Doherty. Doherty goes up strong with the layup, and it's good. He thought he might have been fouled, but it was a very strong move to the basket. 29-22, just over 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Sanders will bring the ball to the floor for the Kokomo Wildcats, guarded the full way by Jake Knott, who is applying the full court pressure. Sanders will kick it over to Bennett. Bennett on the baseline gets it on to Farrell. Farrell pump fake once, and he got him with the walk again. Trailing Kokomo 29-22.
Okay, that's his Patrick Ewing move there. He likes to go to, but they're just welcome to good defense. Big men are playing really well.
And Sexton will kick the ball to Honiger at the top of the key. He kicks it over to Knott. Knott gets it down low with a sharp pass down to Pointer. Pointer with a nice touch pass to Jeff Doherty in the aerobatic layup. 29-24. Jeff Doherty with 4 quick points to start off the second half. Kokomo having trouble inbounding the ball. He finally gets it into Herman Fowler. Fowler over to Joe Sanders. Joe Sanders will bring the ball up the floor. Once again, guarded the whole way by Jake Knott, who's been applying full court pressure the entire game. Finally gets it on low to Herman Fowler, and it's stripped by Abe Honiger. Kokomo looking for the foul. Joey Bennett inbounds the ball to Herman Fowler. Double team, tries to kick it out, finally gets it out to Joe Sanders, who will reset the offense. Gets it down low to Thatcher, and Thatcher just ducked his head and shoulder and plowed right into him, which we'll usually get the charge call, but this time it didn't. Unfortunate for the Broncos, as Kokomo will get the ball right back. Bennett sets up the offense, kicks it over to kicks it over to Sanders, who runs into Sexton. They say incidental contact, no foul, and the Broncos will push the ball off the floor as Knott will shoot and miss. Nice strong offense rebound by Jeff Doherty, who has been a force here early in the second half as he puts it right back up and scores. Jeff Doherty with all 6 points.
He is dominating under the basket right now. Broncos need to keep kicking it to him under there, and he'll take care of business.
29-26, Kokomo still on top with 5:43 to go here in the third quarter. Bennett kicks it over to Sanders, who drives and stops, kicks it back out to Bennett, who slipped and fell. No travel call, and the Farrell gets the ball back as Pointer with a quick defensive move slaps it out of bounds. Off Broncos, though.
Knocked it out of bounds.
So Jeff Doherty being the unexpected spark here for the Broncos early on as defensive mishap as Sanders got wide open for the layup for 31-26 Kokomo lead. Not push the ball off the floor in a hurry for the Wildcats as he sets up the offense at the timeline. And Knott calls out the plays to his teammates, kicks it over to Sexton. Sexton looking to get down low, but instead kicks back to Knott. Knott over to Honegger on the other side. Pump fakes and finally skip passes it over to Sexton, who will attempt the three-pointer, and it barely gets rim, and Kokomo gets the ball back. Number 31, Joey Bennett with the rebound, and he pushes up the floor, kicks it over to Herman Fowler. Fowler will drive, and he'll put up the shot and airball it, but there's a loose ball, and Sexton ends up coming up with it as he drives towards the basket. A little shake and bake, and he gets the lay-in for 2 points, 31-28. Broncos trail Kokomo here with just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Wildcats doing that same play. This time Luke Cummings was the one sticking back on defense for the kind of easy basket. Broncos with smart defensive play got back in a hurry.
Farrell has the ball at the top of the key, kicks it back out to Joe Sanders at the timeline, who will drive and try to make something happen. Picks up his dribble, tries to pass it to 31, Joey Bennett, but it's a bad pass, and it goes right out of bounds. While showing good hands over there and good alertness in the risers. Luckily, it didn't hit him as the Broncos get the ball back, and Pointer gets it down low to Doherty. Doherty back out to Honegger. Honegger over to Sexton. Sexton over to Knott. Knott back to Sexton, top of the key, back over to Honegger. Good ball movement, quick ball movement by the Broncos as Sexton now has the ball and tries to make something happen. Kicks it back out to Abe Honegger, who gives the ball to Jake Knott, who will go back up to the timeline and reset the offense as he calls out the plays coming in from the sideline from Coach Jim Hamill.
Doherty working very hard under the basket, gets it back out to Sexton.
Sexton tries to make something happen as he heads the ball to the top of the key with another pump fake. These guys, he's got the Kokomo guys fighting almost everything he does. They are all very aware of his three-point presence. As Honegger tries to get it down low, instead kicks it over to Sexton, who pump fakes the three, tries to get down low to Doherty, but it's a bad pass and it is stolen by Eric Farrell, so turnover by the Broncos as Kokomo pushes the ball up the floor in a hurry. 31, Bennett will hit the shot, but it's no good. But Farrell gets his own rebound, turns around, puts up his left hand, and it's no good. Nobody blocks out Joey Bennett, who's right there for the miss and putback. 33-28, Broncos still trail with 3:26 to go. Honegger for three, it's good. Abe Honegger showing all kinds of confidence. He just, as soon as he touched the ball, he knew he was shooting a three, and he was a few steps outside the three-point line, and he just nailed it. There was no question about that one. At 33-31 with just over 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Broncos now only down by 2. Farrell will shoot a 15-footer, and it's just short. But the Broncos once again give up the easy offensive rebound, and Sanders puts it right back. Jim Hamill very frustrated by the Broncos' poor defensive rebounding as Knott tries to go.
The Broncos go right at him pretty quick.
The Broncos take advantage of one of Kokomo's stars being out of the game as Knott's second free throw is no good. Rebound by Eric Farrell. Kaplinger will bring the ball up the floor for the Wildcats, guarded very closely with full court press by Ryan Sexton. Sexton almost with the steal as Kaplinger looks like he doesn't know where to go. Honegger almost got the strip, and the Broncos kind of fell back on defense as they thought they had a turnover, and Cummings went up strong.
If any comes in it later on.
So Luke Cummings will be at quarter. Cummings' second free throw is no good. Rebound by the big man, Toddy, who kicks it out to Knott, who will push the ball up the floor for the Broncos. He's on the baseline, back to Knott. Knott setting up the offense over to Honegger at the top of the key. Honegger over to Sexton, get past on the baseline. Sexton back out to Knott, who will look over for Coach Hamill and call out some more plays to his Jeff teammates as he resets the offense with 2:22 to go in the third quarter, trailing 36-32. Sexton now has the ball at the top of the key, drives, kicks it out to Honegger, who once again shoots the three, and he is fouled from 3-point. Number 31, he fouled Sexton. First shot is up and no good. And Honegger's second free throw is good, and he has one more, 36-33. Broncos turn up his third final free throw. The final one is nothing but net as the Broncos now only trail by 2, 36-34 to the Kokomo Wildcats as the Broncos will go full court press with the whole team. He can't find anybody to get it into. Until he finally gets it into Herman Fowler, who gets back to Bennett, who pushes up the court, almost travels. The Broncos got lost on defense. And 41, Joey Thatcher got the wide open layup, 38-34. Broncos trail by 4 with just over 2 minutes to go. Knott will reset the offense for the Broncos, starts calling out the play to his teammates. Picks up his dribble, kicks it over to Honegger, pump fakes the 3, takes dribble, skip passes over to Sexton. Sexton looking to do something with it. Once the score we know. Kicks it back over to Honegger. Honegger pump fakes the 3 again, gets it to Knott. Knott running the point. Nice pass down low to Todd Eaton. A little too hot to handle as Todd Staples is going out of bounds though, but it is a turnover, Kokomo ball. Kathlinger pushes the ball to the floor for the Wildcats, and Bennett will shoot the 15-footer. It's no good, and Todd Eaton gets the rebound as he makes up for his last mistake. Kicks it over to Knott, who pushes the ball to the floor, kicks it over to Keys. Keys gets it over to Honegger, or gets it over to Eaton, as Eaton takes a jump step and shoots, and it just turns in and out. And it looks like they got Honegger with them. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. As the baseball pass once again works for the Wildcats, but it's no good as Thatcher misses the layup. Looks like he got fouled, but no call by the referees. Maybe a makeup call, but we won't say that. As Honegger, a little confident, shoots the NBA range one. It's no good, and it will be out of bounds off of Thatcher as he was running. Broncos trailing 38-34. Having trouble getting the ball inbounds. Finally gets it into Honegger. Honegger skips it over to Keys, over to Sexton. Will pump fake the 3, get it back to Keys. Keys over to not pump fake 1, kicks it to Keys. Keys back to Sexton, who will fire away on the 3, and it's an air ball. I think that shot might have been partially blocked. Being guarded so closely as it will be Kokomo ball. And they tried the inbound pass again, and Keys with a tremendous save. And he gets it to Sexton, who has been fouled by Fowler. Terrific play right there by the Broncos. And the back pass and got into Sexton before Fowler committed the foul. Excellent heads-up play. 38-34, Broncos trail the Kokomo Wildcats with 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Sexton kicks it over to Honegger, top of the key, back over to Sexton. Sexton looking to get it down low. And it looks like they got Todd Eaton with the 3 seconds call with the ball out of bounds as he walks through the length of the court with the full court press by the Broncos. Kathlinger gets the ball and almost has it stripped until he kicks it up to Thatcher. Thatcher brings the ball up the score for the Wildcats. Gets it back over to Kathlinger. Kathlinger will reset up the offense with just under 3 seconds to go. Guarded closely by Sexton until he goes down low. This is it to Farrell. Farrell goes up with the layup, and it's good. 20 seconds to go. 40-34. Scotty Hamill pushes the ball off the floor for the Broncos. Kicks it over to Sexton. Sexton pump fakes the 3 as the Kokomo fans chant air ball. That's not very nice. I don't think they like Sexton too much here. He seems to be creating stuff. He had one bad shot, but that's okay. Hamill attempts the 3, but it's no good. Eaton with the tip putback as the clock expires. Broncos trail 40-36 with Todd Eaton slipping in there, kind of Dennis Rodman-like, getting the rebound and the putback for the 2 points and gives the Broncos only down by 4 now. Scores quarter as the Broncos luckily get the ball first. And Scotty Hamill will set up the offense, kicks it over to Honegger. Honegger to Sexton at the top of the key as he's still hearing the air ball chants from the Kokomo fans. Honegger looking to do something with it. Finally kicks back over to Honegger. That was Sexton as Honegger pump fakes 1. Looking to do something with it. Pump fakes 3, kicks it over to Scotty Hamill, who will attempt another 3. Scotty showing confidence and he banks the 3. Down by 1 point now, 39-40 with fourth quarter just underway. That definitely puts the crowd factor back into it. This being the Broncos home court, that'll get us pumped. Come on, Broncos. Joey Bennett kicks it over to Sanders, gets it on low to Farrell, turns around and shoots, but it's just short, and Todd Eaton comes up with the big rebound as the Broncos now have a chance to take the lead. Scotty Hamill brings the ball off the floor for the Broncos over to Sexton. Sexton over to Pointer. Pointer turns around, tries to kick it down low to Todd Eaton, but it's tipped. Turnover Kokomo ball as Joey Bennett gets the steal. He'll bring the ball off the floor for the Wildcats, guarded closely by Sexton. Finally kicks it out. No, they got a whistle, and we got a Kokomo timeout as they're a little flustered after that big 3-run lead that he's been having. It will be Kokomo ball as Joey Bennett tries to inbound it and finally gets it into Herman Fowler. Fowler being double teamed, tries to bounce it out off Pointer's leg. Hits Pointer's leg, but Pointer stops it from going. And nice effort by both. Bennett tries to get it back in Fowler and finally does. And it's almost stripped by Honegger and Scotty Hamill as Fowler looking to get it. Somebody finally gets it out to Joe Sanders, who calls out the offensive plays for Kokomo, guarded very, very closely by Scotty Hamill. Bennett tries to get it down low to Farrell. The Cummings finally gets it over to Farrell. Farrell down low to Cummings. Cummings pump fakes 1, goes up and scores. 42-39. Broncos trail as Hamill puts it up the score in a hurry. Gets it over to Sexton. Sexton didn't quite look ready for it. Pump fakes, gets back to Hamill. Hamill over to Honegger. Honegger back out to Hamill as Hamill will reset the offense and calls up the plays from the sideline from Coach Jim Hamill. Sexton back to Hamill, and Hamill over to Honegger. Honegger looking to get it down low to Pointer. Pump fakes a few times, kicks it over to Hamill. Hamill gets it over to Sexton. Sexton will pump fake the 3, gets it down low to Eaton. Eaton looks to do something with it. Will turn around and shoot the ball, and it's just no good. As there's a loose ball for it, and there's people diving all over the place, and Kokomo comes up with it after the loose ball hustle, as Fowler has the ball on the baseline being double teamed. And he finally gets it unloaded. Joe Sanders, who goes up with the uncontested layup, but it's no good.
He gets his own tip in.
The peace of mind to stay there and jump back up and just tips it up to one-handed tip for the 44-39 lead as they increase their lead back to 5 as the Broncos haven't scored in the last 2 possessions. Honor skip passes over to Sexton, who pumps the pass, makes the pass, and dribbling around the sideline, kicks out to Hamill, top key, who will reset the offense for the Broncos, looking over to the sideline for the play. Kid calls out the play, kicks it over to Honegger. Honegger down low to Eaton. Eaton kicks it out to Hamill, but it is stolen by Fowler, who shows awesome body control and dribbling ability. As he will spot up for the 3. It's no good, but Cumming gets the rebound. Cumming kicks it back out to Sanders. Sanders will skip pass it over to Bennett, who pump fakes 3 and drives to the basket. It gets it unloaded. Cumming turns around with the layup, and it's good as the Broncos will push it off the floor. And Jim Hamill wants a timeout as the Broncos need it. Trailing Kokomo 46 as Honegger inbounds the ball to Hamill. Hamill will bring the ball off the floor. This is almost a must-win possession for the Broncos. And Hamill throws the ball away, and it's stolen by Sanders. And Sexton challenges the shot, sends Sanders to the floor as he tries to that ball away. And so far, the Kokomo Wildcats are capitalizing on free lead, and the second free throw's up, and it's no good. And Jeff Doherty gets the rebound and keeps it over to Hamill will bring the ball up the floor for the Broncos, kicks it over to Pointer on the sideline, back to Honegger. Honegger over to Hamill. Broncos need to score on this possession. It is a must-score possession for the Broncos, as Hamill will take the time, step back out, and set up the offense once again for the Broncos. Honegger has the ball, tries to skip pass it over to Sexton, finally does. He's open for the 3. He'll fire away, and once again, it's no good. Rebound by Kokomo, so Jets is not getting any offensive rebounds here this night.
All the odds are going against Jeff right here. They definitely need to step it up and start right here. They definitely have to stop Kokomo right here if they want to stick in this game.
Herman Fowler driving to the hole for the Kokomo Wildcats, but it is dished back out to Joey Bennett, as Bennett is guarded by Sexton. And Sexton with the reach-in foul. Not quite sure the Broncos.
1-1 from there on. 6 fouls committed as a team by the Broncos.
Bennett inbounds the ball to Sanders, who is guarded by Sexton. Bennett looking to start something on the offense. Sexton just willing to make something happen for the Broncos, as Honegger now is starting Fowler out on top of the key. And Fowler will drive to the basket, put up the shot, but they say Honegger got it with the reach in all. Just over 4 minutes to go. The Broncos trail 48-39 after almost too much to come back from this really good defensive team. As his second free throw is a very generous goal. Broncos down by 10, 49-39 with 4 minutes to go. The Broncos are going to have to right now. They can't afford to give up any more points. As Sexton pump fakes 3, drives and shoots, and it's just strong. And yet another defensive rebound by the point guard for Kokomo. Jeff Bigman just aren't getting offensive rebounds at all. As Fowler has the ball out at the half-court line, drives, pulls up the dribble, and then throws it to the scorer's bench. But they're saying it's out off Sexton. Sexton to go up by 10 as they get the ball right back. And Bennett will inbound the ball for the Wildcats. Just gets it into Fowler. Fowler almost has it stripped by Honegger. And Honegger thought he had it.
He was right in the rest space.
Fowler's first free throw is right now. Fowler's second free throw is no good as Doherty gets the rebound, kicks over to Hamill, who will push it up the floor for the Broncos. I can't help but think if Jake Knott might be hurt or something for the reason he's not playing. As Abe Honegger takes the gusty three-pointer, but he follows his shot like all fundamentally sound players do, gets the rebound and the easy lay-in, 50-41. Broncos down by 9 with 3:15 to go here in the game.
Nice effort there by Abe Honegger. Smart play to follow his shot and push that in.
Goes to the Broncos
down to the basket, taking away all the Broncos' second chances.
Bennett is having trouble getting it in, finally gets it into Sanders. And the Broncos showing the full court press as Sanders kicks it over to Fowler, who gives it back to Sanders. Still not up past the timeline. And they finally get it past to Bennett, and Bennett kicks it back over to Fowler. As Fowler takes one and is fouled by Scotty Hamill. Looks like the Broncos might be going around a tremendous night tonight, having 13 points at halftime, 51-41 with just over 3 minutes to go. Make that 11 points if he hits the second free throw. Broncos in desperate need of some quick offense as Hamill throws the ball away. Turnover on the Broncos has kind of, I hate to say it, but it's kind of almost stuck in the back right now. They gotta get something real fast, or else I hate to say it, but they're not gonna come back. As they had Fowler trapped, then he got away and drove to the basket, put up the shot, and it's good. So like I said, Fowler having a good night. 54-41. Broncos trail by 13 with 2:35 to go. Sexton will attempt a big 3, no pump fake, instead kicks over to Honegger. Will pump fake and drive, pump fake once, then go up with a shot, and it's no good. Rebound by Farrell. and Sanders will bring the ball up the floor for the Kokomo Wildcats. Kicks it over to Fowler. Fowler will drive to the basket. Pass the ball off to Farrell, and the Kokomo Wildcats just taking over and showing why they are the fifth-ranked team in the state. As quick pass down low to Jeff Jordan, bring up the
a little bit.
Broncos look a little tired. They haven't done the subs the entire time against a much better opponent. As the second free throw is no good, and it will be Kokomo ball.
Kind of Brian Cardinal there, sacrificing his body, trying to get the Broncos the ball back.
As Tony Bennett, once Joey Bennett, for the next 2 minutes, as it is Kokomo ball, and the Broncos are just going to have to shut him out the rest of the game if they want to come back and win this one. As Bennett kicks it over to, can't find anybody, finally gets the Sanders at midcourt, and he's fouled by Jeff Doherty, so a little
inner city, if you want to call it, rivalry.
As number the second free throw's up, no good. Honiger with the rebound, gets to Hamill, who will push up the floor for the Broncos, just under 2 minutes to go. Sexton caught the ball and took off running, that's a long foul, though. And once again, the Wildcats get the last break off of the out of bounds. For some reason, the Broncos were back on defense. 2:41. And wide open down low is number 50, Eric Farrell, who pump fake once, got Doherty to go in the air. 9-41, and Farrell's free throw is good to make it the three-point play as Kokomo will be the point guard still for the Broncos. Pointer back over to Hamill. Hamill to Honiger, who almost loses it. Back over to Hamill. Hamill pump fakes the 3 once, gets it to Pointer. Pointer looking to do something with it, gives it over to Hamill. Hamill is trying to get it unloaded. JT Grimes being guarded by a bunch of big guys, but nothing happened there. There's a loose ball, and we got a jump ball as elbows when Bennett inbounds the ball, and Kathlinger will push up the floor for the Wildcats. So Hamill tries to foul him, but he can't. He gets it to Thatcher. Thatcher dribbles around with it. Skip passes it over to Bennett. Bennett pump fakes once and gets it back over to Thatcher. They're just kind of playing keeper right now as he gets it to Kathlinger. Kathlinger pump fakes once, dribbles a little bit, kicks it back out to Thatcher. Thatcher with 1:11 to go, dribbles around and kicks it back over to Kathlinger. Kathlinger will drive a little bit, kicks it down low to number 44, Nick Brown, but it is Broncos trailing 60-41. First free throws money as number 20, as Kenny Bryant and Josh Polstra will both be kicking in for the Broncos also. Second 21-point lead, and it's being down by 21. But regardless, they got to be a little excited as Kenny Bryant kicks it over to JT Grant. JT looking to do something, so he kicks back to Kenny. Kenny kicks it over to Gutwine. Gutwine, stone hands, off his hands, but he's got Gutwine wins the hustle, got the ball back, and Kenny gets it, he'll drive to the basket and put up a shot, and it's just a little strong. Polstra almost got the rebound. Gutwine showing awesome hustle as Gutwine gets the ball back up, gets it to JT Grant, who brings it back out to the Broncos. Kenny Bryant will drive, pump fake, gets it on McCarter for the wide open layup. Kenny Bryant with a little playmaking action, 30 seconds to go, 62-43 after the McCarter lay-in.
Bryant went for the fake, decided he saw McCarter open, just a little majestic Michael Jordan move there, kind of underthrew the ball, under the Kokomo defender, excuse me.
As McCarter gets the big rejection on Jason Moore, and they're going to call him for a foul. Little block foul by McCarter. And the first one is up, and it's good. So make that 62-43. Broncos down back second free throw, not even close. But Kokomo gets the offensive board. And then Josh Polstra reaches in there, gets the jump ball. That's what Kenny Bryant will bring through the Broncos. 10 seconds to go. Kicks it over to JT Green. JT looking to do something. Profile wins three, and it's no good as Kokomo gets the rebound. And Gutwine, once again, he has a 3-second left over as Kathleen will bring the ball to the floor and fire a half corner with just the air ball. So your final score from Marion Trolley Athletic Center is your Lafayette Jeff Broncos 43, Kokomo Wildcats 63. So the Broncos suffer a tough loss to the 5th-ranked team in the state as they fall by 20 points.